Hi everyone, my name is Szycrotic. I'm a trans femme creator, and today I want to make a update video, vlog, whatever you want to call it, and also answer some very common questions I get. How did you know you were trans? I was scrolling through TikTok and I saw this other creator who made a video that was literally like a picture of them from 2020 and then a picture right now, and they went from super buff bodybuilder, truck driving cis man to this beautiful, tall, attractive, amazing trans femme person. And I remember out loud going, I wish I could do that. And then I really took a second. I was like, why can't I? What's stopping me really from doing that? I've gone my entire life basically never loving myself ever. I've never found my body attractive. I've never found me attractive. I've never liked any hairstyles I've tried unless they were really long. I've never liked my clothes. I've always kind of worn whatever was big, baggy, and comfortable to wear. I've never cared about how I looked at all. I was always, in my eyes, not kind of giving a fuck because, oh, that was just my personality. I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. But in reality, what it really was just me not wanting to put effort into anything because I didn't find any of the manly stuff attractive, or I didn't want to look like any, typical cis man. Another thing I ended up actually really doing was sitting down and thinking, okay, if I could change, if I was God and I can just snap my fingers, what would make me happy right now? And I really thought about this for months. Like, really, I sat down and I was like, what the fuck? And I was going kind of crazy about it. But I sat down and I thought, if I could snap my fingers and I could look the way I want to look, how would that look like? And you're looking at it. And kind of from that moment on, I just went by the label of trans and she, her. And I've not looked back pretty much ever since. Does your parents know? My parents do know, kind of. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say that they're trying their hardest, but I'm also not in a position where I want to harp on things too much because I'm currently not in a position where I have my own house and everything like that. I'm currently still looking for a place to live by myself, and I love them very dearly, but it also means that I don't necessarily find it useful, shall we say, to start harping on using the correct pronouns and ending up in arguments with them, especially when I do not have my own place to fall back onto right now. Are you or will you start hormones? Yes, as soon as I can, really. I am currently living in Norway. I'm born and raised here, and if you start looking into being trans femme here and starting therapy, hormone therapy specifically, it's not as easy as it is in other countries. But yes, I will start hormone therapy literally the second I can. Will you get bottom surgery? Nope, I have no intentions of getting bottom surgery ever. I find it for me to not be an issue. I obviously understand if there are other trans people out there who wants to get bottom surgery, but for me there is too many complications, and honestly what's between your legs doesn't really define you as a woman in my head. What has been your biggest challenge since coming out? For me, acceptance has been the biggest and the hardest pill to swallow. I remember laying in my bed crying because I just didn't want to be trans. I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to have to go through this. I didn't want to be in a situation where I am in currently right now. I can't start hormone therapy currently because rules and regulations and annoyances, and I am not happy with my, for a lack of better words, God-given body, and there is a lot of annoyances and there is a lot of negative stuff. But when I do, take my shower and I shave everything and I do my makeup and I get to sit down and look at myself in the mirror, when I look at myself, I love myself. And the biggest thing that has really changed is I have gotten so much more in love with myself. I love myself a lot more. Even though currently I am not physically where I want to be in my transition, mentally I am way better off. But that has been my biggest struggle. It is acceptance. But I am a lot better now. It's not a thought that I do have almost at all anymore. I love being trans. I love being a representative, so to speak, for this community. I love being able to show people that, hey, you can be trans femme, but that doesn't mean that your personality is going to 180 overnight. That doesn't mean that you can't give off some masculine perceived vibes. Doesn't mean you can't be fucking confident in yourself. Femininity isn't what media shows off or what society shows. It's whatever you perceive to be feminine. I love also that since coming out, since discovering this part of myself, that a lot of gender norms have just flicked off in my head. I don't really perceive things as masculine or feminine in the this is a man thing and this is a woman thing anymore. It kind of just has destroyed all gender norms for me, which is great to me at least. And I do also love being able to show off to people that, hey, you can be, you know, trans femme but still have like a quite masculine personality. And I do want to be somewhat of an icon for other trans femme people out there, that hey, just because you're trans femme doesn't mean that your personality is gonna go from monster trucks, deaths, and fucking emo songs over to rainbows, makeup, and My Little Pony. Just because you're into, you know, what's perceived to be more a manly thing doesn't mean that you're less of a woman at all. And two, it's not really a manly thing, it's just more of a masculine thing, which is again not a negative even if you're trans femme. But those are some of the quite common questions I get. If you have any more, please leave them in the comments down below. I will answer them as much as I can. And if you have any more questions, you can of course come check me out over on Twitch, where I stream Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. Anyway, I hope you found this video informative. I hope it answered some questions. And again, I hope you have a beautiful day. Mwah!